Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to give you a quick update on the AFRINIC region. Small, short intro, service region. We're the fifth RIR that was created in 2005. Its headquarters in Mauritius. We're still serving 55 economies in Africa and the Indian Ocean region. We have just about 50 dedicated staff, with a couple of them on working remotely. And it is believed that this might increase further in order to cater for the needs of the growing needs of the region. Quick look at the membership evolution. That's growing, as you can see, not as much as in other regions, but we do have our own growth, which is part of our own reality, and we do anticipate the growth to continue in the foreseeable future. Quick look at the graphs with the IP distributions. You can see it's per region, actually, it's per the countries, and South Africa seems to be taking the large chunk of it, especially in the IPv6, and the other continents of the other part of the continent is fairly equally distributed. We're the last one to be hitting the exhaustion. We're approaching that very fast, and we only got about 0.4 of a /8 remaining in order, and we are about just over 4 million /32 before we hit the last /11, and then we hit the soft landing phase 2. So that is, given the current rate of release of IP addresses and demand, we should be getting there in probably the third or fourth quarter of this year. Couple of initiatives. We adopted the AFRINIC IRR following RIPE and CC's decision, and it's working quite well. And at the same time, we implemented the lame delegation policy, which is working equally well, and there's been a decrease in the number of lame delegations over the past month from 40,000 to 13,000 by the end of 2018. Seems to be working quite well. Quick look at the policies, which are at different stages of the process. We've got a couple of them which has been completed and implemented, and we've got a meeting coming up in 2 months' time, and there's going to be quite some excitement having to deal with those policies. There's quite a number of them, as you can see, still under discussions, and which hopefully will be carried through to the next AFRINIC meeting, which will be held in Uganda in June. Still some more policy under discussions, as you can see. Hopefully this is really going through the discussions on a mailing list and what have you at this very moment. Initiatives. As part of our commitment to the community, we conduct a lot of training. This is a very, very important aspect of our participation with building capacity. For 2018, 700 engineers and managers were trained in 21 countries. This will continue to be our focus, and we have also developed webinars and online training, and there's a slight shift in the training approach, moving it more towards IPv6 deployment. We've created an IPv6 help desk. We're having quite a few. The focus has really shifted to the IPv6 deployment and moving with the governments and the managers of the importance of deploying and actually hand-holding, if you want, the various organizations who are willing to be part of it. We also have a research and innovation initiative. We have got some 5 RIPE Atlas sponsored and deployed. We've got we have conducted a couple of measurement workshops, including an academic workshop at AFRICOM, and this continues to increase in importance and as well become a popular initiative which we have created. We have a fire program, which is probably the equivalent of what AFRINIC has got. It's actually, the aim is to provide some assistance with to the community members who are willing to start projects but do not have the funding. So far in 2018, we have supported 5 projects to a total of 31,500, bearing in mind that some of those funds are internally generated, and also we get funding from outside donors like IDRC and other generous organizations. This has been a very popular program, and it's really attracted a lot of attention on the region. As I mentioned earlier, our next meeting is in Kampala, Uganda, from the 9th to 21st of June. It's actually the AIS meeting, which is a combined meeting with many stakeholders and partners like AFRINIC and all the internet-related organizations. It's usually quite an interesting sessions, and we're hoping to see all of you there. Thank you very much, and that is all from me.
Thank you. Any questions?